Maybe I'll join the marshals. I do like roughing people up.
You'd get drummed out in a second, you crackpot.
I'm sure they could use my help. Hey, did you ask your wife about
Oh, I caught you red-handed.
We're just friends. You know that I know the DJ from way back?
What do you want? Can't you see we're busy yelling at each other?
You're the one yelling, and if you don't stop, they're going to kick us out.
I'll kick...
Uh-oh. Trouble. Stop it, you two. No one fights in little things.
Wanna lend me a drink?
See what you did?
When you're
You
throwing around?
started it.
Take it outside,
Of
asshole.
course!
You stowed away on an Arapaho convoy?
Man, I love dancing
Oh my
in this
god,
place.
tell me everything.
Fine, York.
It was...
Mr. Harris is back tonight, Joy.
I pitched through a
He
hole
was
in the
asking for you.
Ugh,
On your hands
Christ.
and knees.
How did he smell tonight?
Better than last time. A little.
Man, I hate it when they stink.
Well, at least he's quick.
about pitching through a hole?
Every woman's a fine wine, honey. But I'm a vintage brand.
Either of you want...
Oh man, I love dancing in this place.
It's the best! But I've heard a rumor that there's an exclusive secret dance party up at Aspen every year. I'm for sure gonna get an invite this year.
I've never been to Aspen. You 100 families types get all the good stuff.
Oh, you've never been? You simply must.
You want to pay for it?
Oh man, I love dancing in this place.
It's the best! But I've heard a rumor that there's an exclusive secret dance invite this year.
I've never been to Aspen.
Rangers. I get the feeling this isn't a social call. I understand you had a little talk with McTavish. And I want you to know I'm as appalled as you are that he let the Dorseys into the city. He served me well. But, well, he's always been an idiot. Now, what do you want to talk to me about? Aren't you clever? Realizing I don't mind dying so much, but I'd hate to see this place burn. Right, I'm ready. Give me the bracelets.
Copy, Team November. This is Ranger HQ. What's new? Over. Copy that. Congratulations, November 1. That's a mighty big fish you brought in. Over and out.
Do you have 11 protons? 'Cause you're sodium fine. Did we meet in school? 'Cause I think we had chemistry together.
You be the good cop, 'cause I love being bad. You be the good cop, 'cause I love being
Looks
bad.
like a retard rodeo rolled in, and you is my gimp.
Mr. Brygo, treat you with respect. This is how you behave?
Hey there. What do you need? Don't be strangers.
Target acquired. Weapons hot. Cleared to engage.
Know what? You Rangers suck. Know what? You fuck you for arresting Mr. Brygo.
I know some marshals who could benefit from these.
I'ma climb you like a ladder.
Hey, Delgado. Bet you thought Daisy forgot all about...
Quan, how'd you get past the guards? Are these the Rangers? Good old Daisy. Always takes care of her people. I appreciate you coming in here to bust me out. Didn't think anybody could take down Farron Brygo. I bet you could teach the marshals a thing or two. No, they know better than to hurt a marshal. Though, after all this, I'm starting to think maybe I should have known better. And don't tell my wife I said that.
Well, what are you gonna pay me to keep quiet?
Quan, always the kidder. You are kidding, right?
Don't worry, Delgado. Your secrets are safe with me.
I've been keeping an eye on Brygo for a while. He's a survivor. Likes to play both sides to make sure he always wins. After the Dorsey raid, I started asking... Well, I guess I got too close to the truth. They grabbed me, dragged me in here and locked the door. Took my weapon and everything. Good thing you came along. Will do. Hope I see you again, Rangers.
Party protocols deactivated.
You stowed away on an Arapaho convoy? Oh my god.
Thanks. Now I've got to find another job. Assholes.
Oh, Brandy.
Extra, bloody shootout and guarding up the gods!
Either of you ever worry about getting hitched to a pillory?
Hell yeah. I've always got a smile for the marshals and never...
Nice to see the city back to life, huh?
Yeah, people were shopping, building.
Here they are. That was one hell of a sneaky way to get Brygo to surrender. Round of applause for the Rangers, Marshals. I hear you keeping Brygo in Ranger lockup, and I won't say I ain't disappointed. I wanted him here, but at least that shitty nightclub is shut down. Now folks will know what'll happen if they lay hands on a marshal. Your lawkeeper's after my own heart. Around here, we always remember who our friends are. Before I forget, hand me that letter from Brygo. I'll thank you kindly. Now, I said I'd owe you a favor if you took care of this for me, and I meant it. Thing is, Delgado owes you too, big time. So I'm sending him over to your base to manage your armory. He'll take good care of you. Thanks again, Rangers. You ever need my help, you know where to rustle me up.
Hear anything from your sis? No. Found her under a smashed button stuff. Shit. I'm sorry.
Got a proposition for you, Rangers. You're the CO around here? Huh. Okay. Quality setup this time. Better than back in AZ. Guess Daddy Buchanan's buying you all the good gear. I helped the Rangers during their whole Cochise debacle. They might have come out strong if they'd listened to me. Too bad. Gary Wolf, freelance security consultant and synth hunter. Got a proposition for you. After the Rangers nuked Cochise, and themselves, I figured somebody competent had to chase down its mechanical brood. So I recruited folks who'd lost family to synths, and I formed a posse. Decommissioned a dozen of the plastic punks in AZ, then heard a feud headed east and followed them here. Now I'm getting flack from that tin star twat Daisy for exchanging fire with the synth we tracked to Colorado Springs. That's where you come in. Interferent bitch told the marshals to shoot us on sight if we stepped inside the city limits again, so we can't go after this October 11 synth. Was hoping you might be interested in taking care of it for us. Cash bounty for its head. Yeah, no idea why. Synths are weird that way. It and another synth called Tourmaline K'd some civs on their way here, just for kicks. So watch yourself. 11 is a stone killer. Gotta be neutralized before it kills again. And killing it will help us find its comrades. Are you kidding me? Cochise is the Rangers' greatest enemy. A supercomputer that almost exterminated them twice, and which built an army of synths to kill every last human. Rangers aren't training their recruits at all these days, are they? Jesus. You're not. Fucking simps are always talking about how synths are sentient. They have feelings. Bullshit. That's how they trick you. Synths are just top-grade robots. What makes them dangerous is that every one of them has a little piece of Cochise in their electric brain, like a virus. And if you leave them alone for too long, that virus spreads. And pretty soon we have the goddamn robot apocalypse all over again. Not on my watch. We cap them as soon as we see them. Don't give them a chance to talk. All synths got a radio in their heads. Lets them communicate long distance and triangulate on each other. Once I crack 11's head open, I'll hack it for their locations. You want to go after the others too? I'll make it worth your time. We cornered 11 downtown and tried to take it out quietly. But there was a snafu and we had to open fire. Shot up the street, wounded some civs. Silly bitch wouldn't listen when I warned her about the synth. Acted like we were the problem.
Hey now, that's my ex-boss you're talking.
Lucky you quit then. She's a frag candidate for sure. Add it to your list? Ought to be your top priority. Whatever. We'll wait here until you bring back its head. Should still be downtown somewhere. You'll know you're near it when you start hearing weird static on your radio. Squad, at ease.
Good luck out there.
2x2L, calling CQ. 2x2L, calling CQ. 2x2L, calling CQ. Is there anyone on the air? Is there anyone on the air? Is there anyone? 2x2L!
The refugees are just people, like anyone else who would ask the Rangers for help. I'm your radio communications expert. I'll be manning the radio whenever you call in, anytime.
Glad to see you back, Rangers. Cleaned up the... Now, what can I help you with? Sure thing. Let's have a look. there you go. Anything else? Happy to tell you what you need to know. Well, came here with my folks when I was a kid, and was a young man when Saul was trying to unite the families and make Colorado a state. I got behind him right away. He had leader written all over him, even back then. I've served at his side ever since, fighting against the monster army, consolidating power here in town, helping him expand our borders.
What Mr. Greatsky means is that he played a key role in many of the Patriarch's greatest victories. And he had no small part in making Colorado.
You're too kind. Well, the fighting's never really ended. Trying to hold it all together is a constant struggle. This business with his children is just the latest in a long line of troubles. Stories? They are stories indeed these days. Here's one. So, one day we were hunting monster army raiders and came upon a tin-walled shack. The people inside were shooting at us and not answering our calls to parley. Well, I got sick of that real quick and unslung my rocket launcher. But Saul, he holds up a finger, then creeps around behind the compound. Well, pretty soon we hear him smashing through those tin walls with his hammer, and then comes too high. A few moments later, he comes striding out, carrying a child under each arm. They've been shooting at us because they thought we were coming to eat their dying parents. Now, I will never know how Saul knew it was kids in there rather than raiders, but somehow he did. And we brought them and their folks back to the city and helped them out until they got well again. And he's always been like that. An uncanny ability to always do the right thing. I do indeed. Some folks can't get past his brusque ways, but that's just the impatience of a man who knows what's right, dealing with fools who don't. He cares too deeply about the well-being of the people of Colorado to let political courtesy slow him down. Of course, you'll hear a lot of folk condemning him for hurting this group or that group with his decisions. But the way I see it, they should be glad it wasn't them who had to make the choice. I'll be here.
You know all. What do you need, Rangers? I'll have a seat. Fine. Just don't get shot up out there and make more work for me.
Read the last issue of the Colorado Patriot?
Oh, real funny cartoon in there. When Jeffy ripped the robo arm off that scar collector, I cracked up.
I was gonna ask about the articles, but never mind.
Remind me never to get on Watkins' bad side. Man'll slap you in the stocks for squirming in church.
Would you rather freeze to death or burn?
Rangers, what brings you here? Indeed.
Hey, are you around here too?
Yeah, I was just finishing up training when the Dorseys came through. Didn't even know what to do.
Yeah, they just yanked me off the street, put a badge on my chest and a gun in my hand. They said I'd train on the job.
They must be desperate for bodies. But no offense.
None taken.
The marshals don't give us trouble when you're around.
Sure am glad you Rangers came to town.
Oh, you again. What do you want? Bye.
Colorado Patriot? This city can't survive.
But I wouldn't give for a sunny day.
The marshals don't give us trouble.
Boiled beets for lunch, beet loaf for dinner. Food around here ain't good, but it's predicted. Would you rather freeze to death or burn?
You're a barrel of monkeys, huh?
Come on, answer the question.
All right. Burn. You're gone faster, and free cremation so your family saves a few bucks on the funeral.
Drowned in chocolate pudding for me.
Okay.
You're the Rangers, right? I've heard people talking about you.
Anything ever happens to the Patriarch, Colorado is screwed. Nobody else can hold this place together. I can't believe the marshals shut down Brygo's club. What are we supposed to do for fun?
Scandal at Little Vegas nightclub. Brygo linked to Dorsey attack. Baron Brygo arrested, charged with... Hey, you're the Rangers! Well, first, you bet. Oh, Brandy. So you gonna give us some boars or what?
Yeah, later.
Look, Martha, it's our friends who helped us save the shop. What can I do for you? We've got some discounts with your name on them. Oh, for certain. Once she saw I was serious about protecting my store, she practically swooned. Very manly, you know. Guns.
Don't talk nonsense, you old bat.
Been making clothes and adornments for the 100 families for 30 years. Most of them won't buy from anybody else. Of course, we sell to regular folks, too. Plenty of less expensive items in stock. Repurposed or restored garments, mostly.
Maybe I'll join the marshals. I do like roughing people up.
You get drummed out in a second, you crackpot.
I'm sure they could use my help.
Howdy, howdy, Rangers. Good to see you.
Sure is cold, eh?
You ever... nope. That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, always watching when I'm shopping.
You ever hear of car gardens?
You mean where they grow these fine automobiles?
Marshals don't give us trouble. You're right. I don't want to talk about it. Come on.
outfit, but you ain't got the lingo? Well, congrats, jabroni, cause you come to the right tape. The Gangster's Guide to Diction got everything you need to know. It don't matter if you're a bag man or a button man, we'll have you talking like a made man in no time. Grab a cannoli, pull up a chair, and let's get you mobbed up.
Wow, Brago in jail. Whew, that's one heck of a big fish to fry. Come back soon.
It was an old security drone.
Hey, chums. Welcome to Taiwan Jones's Emporium. You want to hear about the wide open seas. My trusty vessel, the wild waves crashing the shores? Well, sorry, chums. I'm just here to sell stuff. What would you... Sardinely. chums. Welcome to Taiwan Jones's Emporium, my sardine lead. You ever notice that the statues
Sorry, no admittance.
Came here for every class trip we ever had. Is Buchanan a man?
Yeah, this whole place is a gloss. But who wants to hear all the ugly details?
Why, hello there. My name's old me and my friends here, dedicated, telling the story of old Saul Buchanan and a Now, just a stroll from stage to any questions before you go? Look just like my picture, don't I? Now, wait a minute. Let me give you my... I gotta admit, though, I'm looking better than I was. Life's been pretty tough on old Baldy since the world went to pot. Lost a lot of feathers. But now that Patriarch Buchanan's rebuilding America... I'm sorry, friend. I'm afraid I don't know that word. Well, I don't want to spoil the show, but it begins with... And, in case you were worried, it's suitable for children of all ages. Grace, youngest son of the Buchanan clan. Brave survivors of the small man. Baby Saul grew straight like a tree, swing a sledgehammer before he was 3.
It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Saul Buchanan Colorado Heritage Museum. You're about to embark on a journey through history as we share with you the people and events that made Colorado what it is today. Are you... Unification of the 100 families and their battles against the Monster Army and the Plains Gangs. The staff of the Colorado Heritage Museum asks that you do not interact with the exhibits. Ready? Let's go!
With the families behind him, Saul went to war and fought all the monsters of Satan's bazaar. He lined them all up and he cut them all down till Flappy Inhaler surrendered his crown. Buchanan spared Flab and made him a deal. If your boys work for me, they'll never miss a meal. Flab signed up on the dotted line. Now his monsters keep us safe in the evening time. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man. The truest of men. You can say that again. Well, the Dorseys thought they had a better idea. Believe they could rule by The 100 families came to CO Springs, and all fell to fighting over frivolous things, till Saul raised their heads to the circling wings of the vultures who were waiting to dine like kings. He said that the only way to save the land was to bury the hatchet and all shake hands. So they signed the treaty in a single day and begged him to lead them and show them the way. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man. The truest of men. You can say that again.
No, leave them! They don't even have brains! Why are humans always killing things friends! Defend yourselves!
Damaging the exhibits is strictly prohibited. Damaging the exhibits is strictly prohibited. Please do not shoot the exhibits.
Spotted.
are humans always killing things? Friends, defend yourselves!
Damaging the exhibit is strictly prohibited. Please, do not shoot the exhibits. Please, do not shoot the exhibits.
Oh. Medic! Get ready. It's over for you. time.
Roll exhibit, please. Do not shoot the exhibit.
Rangers.
Guys, over here!
What do you need, Rangers? That's what you paid? Have a seat. I don't mind not having to clean and suture a festering wound.
Come say hey, November! Hey, I'm feeling much better now. Ready to help out any way I can. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine, I guess. Not really inspiring anybody, but that's not really our job, is it? Our job is to save the folks back home. And, well, I'm pretty sure we'll get there. We could try harder, though. Later! Hey, I'm feeling much better now. You bet. Ready when you are.
Find that synth in Colorado Springs yet? Oh, no muss, no fuss. How about that? All right, then. Now, one more thing. I was kinda afraid you'd be as pussy as the AZ Rangers, but it looks like you're serious. So I've got another proposal. We need a base of operations for our synth hunt, and it looks like you've got plenty of space. What do you say? Can we set up shop here? Ranger squad I ran with in AZ was a chicken outfit. Failed to utilize me properly. Paid the price for it. But you did okay here, so I'm giving you a chance. Great. We'll find a corner and keep out of the way. And just to make the deal sweeter, how'd you like to pick up a few more bounties? Like I told you, synths communicate with Unfortunately, we're still on the trail of a pack of eastbound synths right now, so we can't stop and hunt for these. But it's got to be done, so I'll pay you to do it. Cash for each head. You want the job? Great. Now, let me just crack this egg. You see that light in the center? That's our current location. Actually, October 11's head. Those other lights around the middle one? Those are the other synths. Signal's imprecise, bouncing around. Maybe in the mountains. There's some wobble in the location signal, which means it's bouncing off the mountains from the foothills. That flickering means there's interference, so it's probably underground. Maybe it's coming from some kind of bunker or mine. Or maybe a nuclear silo inside a dormant volcano. Like some kind of supervillain. Lot of interference. Maybe near a radio tower. Maybe two. Lots of other smaller EM signals, too. Probably got a whole bunch of robots around to protect it. Great. The sooner you end them, the sooner you get paid.
read the last issue of the Colorado Patriot?
Oh, real funny, Kurt.
I was gonna ask about the articles, but never.
Scandal at Little Vegas nightclub. Frygo linked to Dorsey attack.
By order of the Patriarch. Only authorized...
My uncle, Gideon Reyes, wants to speak to the Rangers.
Oh, of course, Miss Wesson. Open it up, fellas.
Too soon to be back.
Who are you people? Mercenaries?
So they killed the Wessons, the Schulers, the Jacksons, Sophia Gutierrez too, and her kids. The Patriarch said the Dorseys were dead. He was either lying or incompetent. Which is it? A lot of people have been asking the same thing.
Be avenged. It feels so empty now. Even when Pa and Ma were traveling, they were here. Their spirits filled the place. Now, they do not. The only person who knew the combination to that safe was my mom. If you think you can guess it, I don't mind. Damn Dorseys weren't content to rip everything up. They had to toss the furniture around too. Animals. Couldn't even leave my memories of this place alone. My house was the first place the Dorseys went. Probably walked right in through the front door, stole my parents and little brother away, and then took out their anger on the house. No point looking back there. It's smashed up even worse, and the Dorseys took everything worth stealing. Mama used to love sitting in here. She'd be ashamed at the mess it's in now. Wow. Daddy really didn't want any Dorseys to muck around with his cooking supplies. I feel a little green.
Need some help. Please.
Hey, boss. Move along now.
Did you hear what happened in Aspen? All those people taken hostage?
If it's really Vic who has them, they're all as good as dead.
Don't say that to Miriam Knox. Her husband was there.
Yep. The Dorseys done tore through here and gutted the house. Until the Castillos can get this eyesore repaired, we're keeping it boarded up.
Someday I'm gonna live like this. Someday.
They've added more guards, looks like.
You're cleared for public areas only.
Oh, look. Tourists.
We're just talking. Too much. Strangers, no need to get any closer.
Hello and welcome to the wondrous, fabulous, most fantabulous home of the Ward family. What is your business at the Ward estate? Processing. Please enter that later date and prepare a matter may change in the future. Your presence has not been requested. You may not pass. Thank you. May the show go on.
Now there's blood on them.
Can't believe I'm stuck with this son of it. Please step back, Rangers. I'm not supposed to let anyone near this servitor drone. It's malfunctioning something fierce, and we think it belonged to the Wessons.
That's right. I recognize that drone. It ran little errands for my father and alphabetized his books.
No, I mean, go ahead and do whatever you need to do.
Returning to West Mode objective. Located treasure.
Hey, look at him go.
Objective complete. Current location located earlier.
Who are you people? Mercenaries?
I wish they'd get a younger preacher to come and give sermons.
You just want eye candy.
Guilty.
Oh, thank God. You're the Westerners, aren't you? The ranger? My husband, my Hardy, was in Aspen when Vic Buchanan raided the town. Vic took him hostage, but there's been no word for weeks. I know it's frightful wicked to hope for the safety of one soul over many, but I beg you, find him. Save him if you can.
No need to beg, Mrs. Knox. We have business of our own with Vic Buchanan. If your husband's alive, we'll find him.
I didn't see you there, Lucia. You're a good girl. We have money, Rangers. Even though we don't live fancy like some families do, if you bring my Hardy home safe, we'll donate all. I know you will. Thank you, Rangers.
Ah, you're the Rangers, yes?
Uncle Gideon, you heard...
I did, Sabrina, and I'm so sorry. You know you always have a place in my house, for as long as you need.
I know. And I am grateful. But I have a place with these Rangers now. We mean to see justice done for my family.
Is that so, Rangers? She was always an impressive girl. My sister would be proud of her. Now, I expect you'll hear about my call. There is a situation in Colorado Springs that requires a delicate touch. But first, you need to know the truth about this city. Colorado Springs isn't as prosperous as it pretends. We can barely feed our existing population, and now smugglers are bringing refugees into the city every day. If we had enough food to support them, we would welcome them. But I've asked the Patriarch to chase off these smugglers, but he says the crisis with the Dorseys and his children have left the marshals spread too thin. It seems he'd rather just have Sheriff Daisy keep putting refugees in the pillories, rather than stopping the tide at its source. It's infuriating. And that is why I've called you. You're right, Rangers. I am suggesting you to treat the symptom rather than the cause. But that is because the symptom is about to overwhelm us. And the cause, well, it is very difficult to change the Patriarch's mind. And if it can't be done, the alternative would be changing the regime. Which, even for those who have wanted it most, has seemed impossible. Thus, we must address things that are possible, like discouraging smugglers from bringing refugees to the city. The plains, mostly. After the Patriarch defeated the eastern gangs, people started settling out there, thinking it was safe. Now the gangs have returned, and all the homesteaders are fleeing back to Colorado Springs. Not at all. You will be well rewarded, and not just in money. I do a lot of business with the local Arapaho garage, and I can get them to provide you with the mechanics to service your vehicle. They always have the best, and I'll pay for everything. Thank you. I'm told the smugglers are operating out of the bazaar, a trader's market east of Colorado Springs. When you find them, well, do what you can. Convince them to take the refugees elsewhere. Convince them to stop entirely. Arrest them. I just want to thank you for agreeing to help. You are doing Colorado goodbye, and good luck.
Would you rather freeze to death? You're a barrel of monkeys, huh?
Come on, answer the question.
All right. Burn. You're gone faster. Free cremation, so your family saves a few bucks on the...
Here to serve.
What do you need, Rangers? That's what you pay me for. Have a seat. I won't. I never do.
Wonder how the Hoons are doing. Folks like them remind me of my family back home. Later!
So, Little Vegas is no more. Probably for the best. This place was a rat's nest.